Paul, you, Lou, and Trez became the first Clippers in franchise history to score 30 in the same game tonight. You guys did that without Kawhi. What was working for you guys out there?
I got into a groove. We all made shots. We saw the tandem of Lou and Trez at their best. I thought the second quarter they took over and they established their dominance and played all the way through the game. And those same two was the guys that finished it for us and put us on their backs, won the game for us. You know, I thought we were special all around on offense.
Paul, even though you missed a short amount of time, how is it you're able to get into such a great rhythm out there? I mean, you look like, you know, just like you missed no time at all.
Well, I felt good. The past 3 games, starting with the Sacramento game, I start to feel back myself with reads and timing and rhythm. I just didn't make shots that night, so all of that felt good all the way leading up into this point, and you know, going into this now, it was just about taking my time. I know what shots I'm going to get, and I know how to get to those shots. It's just take my time now.
Paul, Doc said he loved the resolve of your guys' team tonight when you guys were able to come back with that early deficit. What did you see?
We got stops. That was it. We just played defense. We got stops. Lou and Trez made it happen in that second quarter. That's all that happened.
Paul, over here. This was a game where your team needed your offense. What were your thoughts when you fouled out with still a lot of time left on the clock?
Again, what make this team so great and unique. I could be off the floor, Kawhi could be off the floor, and we still got 2 guys that can close games. I mean, I trusted them. I think everybody trusted those 2, and you know, it was almost like they locked in down that stretch, and they made every big play and basket that we needed.
Paul, over here, you guys get a chance to get a couple of days off and, you know, get in the gym and have some practice time. What are some things that you think need to be some points of emphasis for you guys to improve upon?
I think just us being on the floor, like we got to get after it. We got to play. We got to learn. You know, these cleanups that we have in game needs to be done in practice. So I think we just challenge each other. You know, use those practice days to challenge each other, and you know, sharpen us up.
A much needed bounce back game. What's the energy in the locker room right now?
What's our energy?
Yeah.
Our energy is great. Our energy is great. You know, we got the win that we needed, regardless of how the game played out. We took care of business on our floor at home, which we should be expecting to do. So when we don't do it, you know, there's going to be a change going into the next one.
Well, I think it's safe to say yesterday was a bit of an embarrassing effort with the fans booing and giving up 140. What were, I guess, some of the conversations among the players coming out of that game leading up to today, rather?
It was just play better defense. That's all you can say. Talk more, communicate, play better defense, and you know, we I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to communication. I think we need more of that.
Paul, obviously Pat's energy and his instigator ability is welcome, but how about him as sort of an organizer on offense? What does he bring in that regard?
Pat brings, you know, he does a lot of great things. A lot of great things that, again, he doesn't get credit for in the stat sheets or when you look at stats, but he just does so much great stuff. You know, his willingness to give himself up every possession, you know, whether it's screening, whether it's cutting, or whether it's just making the right plays. You know, he gives himself up. Prime example, he had corner 3 where he's wide open, but, you know, he swung it to another person that was wide open. You know, you can't say enough about what he brings and his value towards his team.
There's a moment in the second quarter when Jerome dove on the floor for a loose ball, and a bunch of guys came over to him, kind of tapped on the head. It seemed like something that was lacking from yesterday's game. Was that an area you felt like improved significantly from yesterday to today, just hustle in general?
Yeah. I mean, a guy like Rome, he's got to bring us that energy. You know, when someone's lacking it, we need it from somebody else, and that just ignites us. I thought him doing that ignited us. You know, he had a great stretch where his defense alone, his pressure, changed the game for us. You know, he came in and, you know, again, he's that stretch that he played didn't look great on the stat sheet, but you watching the game, you see his pressure and his, you know, ability just to get to the ball was huge.
Hey, Paul, understanding that you guys have had some injuries and missed practice, et cetera, about how long does it take from your experience for the team to kind of come together and understand what your full potential might be? When does that mark? Is that after All-Star break? Is that March? When do you feel that might be?
Yeah, you can't put a timetable on that. You know, every team comes together at different times. You can't really put a time frame on that one, to be honest. I think what you want to do is use these games to get better going forward. You know, I would hope we'd be a better team in April than we are in, you know, December or January. You know, like it's just no timetable to that. But, you know, we got to use these games going forward and these steps going forward to get to that team we want to be you know, to April. So, not really a timetable. Can't put no time on that one.
Hey, Paul, the Clipper franchise has been around a long, long time, and as was pointed out earlier, you did something today that had never been done before with the 3 guys over 30. How significant achievement is that, and to be a part of it? You're one of the 3.
Feels good. I mean, I've been a part of some cool stats. Been a part of 40 with Kawhi, 2 players at 40, now a trio at 30s. You know, it feels good. It's a great accomplishment, great achievement. Let's get more nights like it.
All right, last question.
Paul, over here. Doc said the other day that it feels like you guys haven't played your best game since Christmas against the Lakers, kind of been a little bit up and down. What are some of the things you see that you guys feel like you need to work on this week? And how big is this week? I mean, I know it's just like a couple practices, but you guys haven't had any practices and time to kind of heal up and get to know each other. How big does this week kind of feel?
It's a great week for us. I don't know, big week, but it's a great week for us. Great opportunity to maximize that practice. You know, and I mean, Coach is right. You know, we haven't played the best, and I don't think he's saying from an offensive standpoint, but just an overall standpoint. We haven't played well overall since that Lakers game. I mean, that Lakers game, we were locked in. We might not have shot the ball well. We might not have had, you know, good moments and possessions. But, you know, at any point to that game, we felt we were going to lose. You know, and that's just how we got to go out every game. You know, it's no way we should lose. We need to have that mentality. And I think that's what's going to be the biggest thing for this group. You know, every team is different, but with this team, I think that's got to be the fine line. We're not going to lose.
All right, thank you.